Okay, so if you remember at the beginning of our Romanesque module, I showed you this map and I wanted to establish the kingdoms of France, the Holy Roman Empire, and this new Norman kingdom, or the kingdom of the Norsemen. Norsemen? You mean Vikings? Yes. So by the time of the Romanesque, those Vikings who had gone, or I should say, those Norsemen who had gone a Viking, terrorizing the entire European continent and beyond, well, they had begun to settle into regions that they had occupied before. In fact, the King of France, who was so terrified of the Normans, said, just stop, just leave us alone. You need some land here. Take this chunk in the north. That's your land. It's Normandy. Did you hear what I just said? This region that is now known as Normandy in modern-day France, it is named after the occupants, the Norsemen. Normandy, the land of the Norsemen. So this country, a bunch of Vikings settle in, establish a kingdom. They intermarry with various powerhouses around Europe throughout the years, and in the Romanesque period have established themselves, and they're really like, French-ish. I don't know how else to describe it. They've intermarried with France so much. Their state language is French. It's not, a Scandinavian language. And they have been interconnected through marriage, both with the kingdoms in England and in France and the Holy Roman Empire. And we're going to look first at a structure within the continent, and then we're going to look at how and when they expand their territory and take over England and make it the Norman kingdom. Is this overwhelming you? Okay, let's work together through this. To summarize, the Norsemen are given this chunk of land in northern France. They settle it. It's called Normandy. It is a kingdom, and they, through marriage, over hundreds of years, have settled, established a kingdom, and intermarried with France and England and the Holy Roman Empire. They are Christian at this time. Their state language is French. And in the Romanesque period, what kind of churches are they building? We've looked at all these other churches. Well, here. This is a church in the Romanesque period. Now, I want you to ignore the bell towers. The bell towers were revamped later. But what we see as part of the original Romanesque, rounded arches. Yes, yes, yes. It's very basic, very boring, very strong and sturdy, which is a reflection of the Norsemen themselves, because their Viking ancestries and this battle-hardened appearance is going to be related in their architecture, this kind of stiff, firm, no-nonsense connection with the architecture. And here we have these buttresses, these additional supports that hold up these tall bell towers with their rounded arches, and we're ignoring these parts up here because those were added later, okay? This church, this Romanesque church in Normandy, is called Saint-Étienne. So it's named after Saint Etienne, and it is in the modern-day city of Caen in France. Let's walk inside. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. So you notice right away there's a vocabulary term up there. Sexpartite vaults. Miss Cortez, it says sex. Come on now. You're in college. Don't freak out with the word sex, okay? We're not talking about that. It is the Latin for six. 6 parts. Do you get it? Quadripartite was 4 parts. Sexpartite is 6. Do you see the 6 parts? The groin vault is actually like this starburst, and it has ribbing which divides it into 6 parts. Ooh, wow, 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 wow. Now we know that the ribbed groin vault, no matter how many parts it has, is going to be more efficient at carrying the weight of a structure. And so here we see the ribbed vaults continue down into these compound piers, but we also see the gallery level and a third level. A third level? A clerestory level. Whereas before, in St. Sernin, when you have a simple transverse arch, it can bear enough weight for the walls to carry a gallery. But here, a sexpartite vault is even more efficient so that you can extend those walls up higher and add a clear story of windows that shine directly into the nave. What we're noticing here is the extension of height in the Church of Saint Etienne. And I want you to keep this in mind as we continue through next week into the Gothic. So what do we got? We got rounded arches, Romanesque. Compound piers, Romanesque. Gallery level, something we see in a pilgrimage type church. But we also see the addition of these sexpartite vaults. Here is to help you understand with the floor plan. We were standing right here at the front. So you see how it's divided into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There you go. There's our sexpartite vault. Later, down in the nave, they are continued into just quadripartite vaults. We see our side aisles. We see some semblance of a transept, but nothing exaggerated in a cruciform. And then we have an extended choir, the ambulatory around the apse, and these are side chapels. Here we go, more side chapels. Ah, nice, right? Now, let me go into another video to then discuss how we go from northern France, Normandy, and how they then take Angleland as part of the Norman kingdom.